and this is my another car loan, and this is my another gold loan. So if I want to do, grouping, suppose out of this four, right, I only want two test case should execute. Okay, for example, so you have to just mention the group name, like this is the group name, means suppose this is my group. Okay, so group 1 gold loan, again group 1 car loan, and group 1 this group 1 basically personal loan. So out of these four, whatever you do the grouping part, so it will only execute the group 1. Okay, and it will skip the normal test case. So that is the use of group. So you can have multiple group. So suppose you can have loan type 1, for example 001 I put, right? So you can have this 002 02, okay, or 03, like this is how we do the grouping. Okay, now how to do the same thing in from the XML. So in XML, so this is basically the XML file, okay, for this. So for this group, it's a XML. So our suite name can be anything, but it's by default it is generating. So here what you have to mention is, so this is one line thread. Okay, you mention thread hyphen count equal to 5 underscore 5. Okay, this is your thread dot count, then name can be anything, you can have test name. Okay, so now what you have to do, if you want to run the group test case, right, how to run it? So basically what you have to do, after the thread count, okay, here we have to mention groups. Okay, here you have to mention groups. This is the group tag started. Now here say run. This is run starting, run tag starting, run end. Under the run, you just mention anchor tag include. Now here we will say name. Okay. Now what is our group name? Loan type 01. So here we mention loan type 01. Okay, make sure there is no typo error. Loan type 01, this is my loan type 01. Now here tag close. Okay, so this is my tag name run. So when you use run, right, so basically this is used for the grouping purpose. Okay, now just wait for some time, it's indexing now. So this is the use of group. So you can have multiple group also at a time. Okay, there is like there could be multiple groups also. Okay, so are you clear about this part, grouping part, what to do with the group, why we use a group to grouping our test cases? Okay, so based on group it will go and execute. Okay, now come here, just it will take some time, just wait.
I have a bit confusion on this thread count 5 name test.
Yeah, so thread count, it's whenever you have to do any tag, whenever you have to use any group, right, means you have to perform some certain task out of this, for example. So we use this tag. Okay, so this tag count can be 5, can be 10, means 10 time it can execute. Okay, this is the use of, like, you can execute the thread count. So this is the tag in XML. Okay.
So you're saying that it's going to run 5 times?
No, no, no. It is going to run one time only, but this is the standard thread counts. Okay, whatever. If I put one also or 10 also, it obviously it is going to run one only, but this is, we have to mention in the XML file.
Okay, grouping, this is the syntax, suit, so test
Right.
group, then run. Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
So basically this thread count in TestNG, what happened, so when you execute, multiple test cases, like parallel execution, right? So we use this thread basically for the parallel execution. Okay. So this is the main use for thread in TestNG. Okay. But here just a standard we are putting here. So no use so far, but this thread is nothing, just we have to focus on this part, groups. So groups run, then include name, whatever the group name is there, and then you have close the tag name. Okay, now for example, if I want to run here, so run testng.xml.
Makan,
Yes.
that row number 11, demo.group, that is class name, right? What
Right,
about
right.
this 3 1, TestNG group test?
TestNG.
3 3, row number 3, yeah.
Okay, this is suit name. Okay, this is a suit name. So you
Okay.
can have any suit name. Okay.
The
This
name
is
is
custom.
coming from where?
Sorry.
The name is coming from where?
So
Where
I have put this name. You
you
can
put
put
it here?
test. Yeah, you can put any name here. Okay.
Okay.
So this is optional. This name is like customized by the user. You can put any name. Suit name can be test or test ng group test, anything. Okay. So basically when you convert, okay, some like any class, so it will take by default any name, test or something like this. Okay, so now let's run this one and see what we should get. So ideally we mention loan type 01, here again loan type 01, and here again loan type 01. So we should have 3, right? It should only execute this 3 out of 4. So now you see it's group attribute. So basically group attributes is my class name. Okay, now this car loan, so here you see the car loan is there. Okay, this car loan is there, then gold loan. So this is my gold loan, and this is my the personal loan. Now you may have one question. So the question is, my there is no priority, nothing else, right? So why car loan executed first?
Based on the alphabetic?
Right. So basically in TestNG, whatever you write the test case based on the alphabetic, it will start executing. So C will come first, that's why it executed. Then after C, G, that's why goal is there. Then P. So personal loan. Okay. So that's how it works. So it will execute based on alphabet. Okay. So here you can have multiple tags also. Suppose I want this personal loan as 2, okay, loan type 2. So here what you have to do, just copy this line and just paste it and change to 2. Okay, now we have 2 and this personal loan should comes under this category. Okay, that's how also we can do it, adding multiple tag, that also possible. Okay, so we saw the grouping. Okay, how to do the grouping in the uh, TestNG. Also we saw from here XML file. Okay, now there is one more thing. So TestNG, in TestNG we have TestNG parameters. Okay, so in TestNG we have TestNG parameters. So basically TestNG parameters are kind of argument. This is the argument. Okay, so this I will show you how it is. So we can have two approach to use TestNG parameters. The one is from XML. Okay, XML file. Using XML file we can do TestNG parameters. Also we have data provider. So TestNG data provider and TestNG XML file, using that we can do it. Okay, what is the syntax? Syntax is like, for example, this is at the rate parameter bracket start. Now under curly bracket you will write parameter name. Okay, then curly bracket close. This is the syntax. And another is parameter bracket start, curly bracket start, double quote. So here parameter 1. Then if you want to do multiple parameters, right, that is also possible. So suppose param 1 I'm putting, here I'm putting param 2, then comma, again under double quote param 3. So this is the syntax. So you can have at a time one parameter, or you can have multiple parameters. When you use a multiple, then just with you know comma you have to include another one. This is way. Okay, so we'll see one class, so we'll get more clarity. So I'm creating one class, so I'm putting test ng parameters demo. Okay, now in TestNG parameter demo, we need few classes, few methods. Okay, so public, then void, suppose addition. Okay, so here I'm saying int a comma int p, and here system.out.println and a plus b, for example. Okay, this is one method. Okay, now I need subtraction. Public void subtraction. Okay, now int a comma int b. Same system.out.println a minus b. Okay, now third one, public void multiply okay, and here I'm saying again int a comma int b. Similarly system.out.println a plus a multiple by b. Okay, this is done. Now one more, public void division. So int a comma int b. System.out.println a divided by b. Okay, so we have addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. There are 4. Okay, now for each method we have to use what? Test, to consider as a test. So this is the test annotation, right? This is my first test. Now coming to this is my second test. Okay, and for example this is also my third test. Okay, so there are 3 test cases so far. Okay, now so the fourth one, for example, fourth one, and okay, let me remove the first one. I will tell you why. Okay, so we have subtraction as a test, multiplication as a test, right? There are 2 tests. Okay, now what I will do, let me add this one also, no issue. So there are 3 tests. Now the fourth one, right, the division one, I want to use test first, because anyway to consider as a test we have to use the annotation test. Okay, now this is my test. Now I want to use the parameter. Okay, so how to use that? So here just write parameters, and it should be always from TestNG dot annotations, the first one. You can have most like a lot of parameters. Just carefully you have to select TestNG dot annotations. Just select it. Okay, now this is my tag. Now what is the syntax? Bracket start, again curly bracket also start. Here first we have to put parameter. Okay, so parameter can be anything. For example, I can put I, it's my first parameter. For example, you can give any name. Okay, and second parameter is my it's J. Because why we are putting 2 parameters? Because we have 2 parameters, right? In method body we have 2 parameters, so that is the reason we are in parameter here also we are putting 2, right? Now you have to just close the curly bracket once. A minute. So parameters, now curly bracket start. Suppose I'm putting I, then comma, in curly bracket start J, one second. Okay, so this is the syntax. Okay, whatever you see, curly bracket, first bracket, then curly bracket, then whatever is there, then comma, then second. So in my case also two brackets. Let me copy here. Okay, this is the I have used. So parameter, because we have two parameter, right? So we have to, that's why we are passing two parameter. Okay, so one is I, one is J. Okay, now what we have to do in our TestNG.xml, and you do not need to convert every time your test class to the TestNG XML. So one time if you convert, you will get the structure. Okay, now here we can do the modification. So grouping part we don't use. Now I just putting comment. Okay, so control forward slash. Okay, this is the comment. Okay, now what I am going to use here, so I am going to use, so under the suite name, right? After, just come after the suite name, just we have to use the parameter. So here I'm saying parameter. You see the tag, right? Parameter. So use the parameter, just enter it. You will get automatically. Now we have to use the parameter. So what is our parameter? So my parameter is I and J. So here I am mentioning I. Okay, and what is the value? Okay, what is the value? So you have to first mention the name of the parameter, which I did, and you want the value. Okay, first thing. So value, let's say I am assigning 10. Just example, huh? I am assigning 10, like it should assign 10. Okay, now my second parameter, just I am copying it here. Instead of I will replace by J, and here I am putting 20. So you have to, if you do any calculation, right, in normal, any method or any class, obviously you have to give some value, right? If A multiple, like A division B, right, then there should be some value. So basically, the value we are not assigning in the method body, we are assigning under the parameter. So I'm saying I value is a 10 and J value is a 20. So basically what is happening here, I means it's pointed to A, right or wrong? I is A and B is J. So I am assigning 10 to A and B to 10. Okay. Now what we can do here, we can just run it. Okay. Oh, sorry, my bad. Why it is printing? Okay, I have to change the class name. Okay, now what is my class name? TestNG Parameter 10. So demo is my package. Just I'm changing the class name. Now it should be okay. Okay, now just run it. Okay, now obviously this will fail. Addition, multiplication, subtraction, right? This will fail because we have not implemented anything, right? We have just written here. Okay, even we have not mentioned any parameter for this. So what we did for division we use, right? If you go to division, right, this is my division method. So here I use, so you see this is getting the parameter 10 20. Okay, 10 20, this is the parameter. Okay, so basically it is assigning the value, you know it's assigning the value in from the xml testng.xml file. So this is just use of parameter. Okay, parameter, what is the use of parameter? So either we can, like, basically we do from here, but from TestNG also, TestNG.xml also, you can use the parameter, you can assign the value. So now my A is holding 10 and B is holding 20. Okay, this is what we have done. Now if you run this class from the Java class, right? Let's see that also. So here it will not work. See the difference. Why? Because here we have not initialize or declare anything. Okay, so value is not assigned first thing. So that is why it's everywhere it is giving error, right? So but from TestNG.xml we are able to get output for subtraction, not subtraction, division, right? Because we have used parameter concept. That is the reason we are able to get the pass. So here from Java class, it's all test case are failing. Okay, so this is the first way to do the parameters. Okay, then another one is data provider. So coming to data provider, so what is the syntax? Okay, let me write the data provider one syntax. So at the rate, I'm just writing the syntax here. So at the rate data provider, then you will mention the name equal to here name of the data provider. Okay, this is the syntax, then bracket close. Okay, simply just you have to say the name of the data provider. Okay, now here what you do normally, public object, so we'll store as a array. Now data provider. Okay, data provider, any name you can give, suppose function, for example, and curly bracket start. So this is object, right? So we should return new object, and here we'll pass values. Okay, bracket close. So this is also, this is data provider is also annotation. Okay, this is also annotation in TestNG. Okay, now we'll see the how to implement this. So let me close both of the files, create one class, data provider demo. This is my class. So what we have to do here, I have to say, suppose I'm writing one method, public void test case. Okay, test case, suppose Google search. Okay, and this would be my two parameters. Okay, for example, so one is string country. Okay, and string monument. Okay, this is my two parameters. Okay, So what I'm going to do, let me create another. Okay. Public object search data. Here object and search word. Search keyword. I am just putting one name. New. Suppose search keyword, right? New. Then we have to create object. New object. And here I am passing 3, then 2. So 3 is 3 row or column? Any idea? We cover, right, array. Okay. Search keyword. So in my first be
0 and 0.
yeah, 0 and 0. So first would be always 0 row, then column. Okay.
And 0 1 0 2.
So I'm saying India. This is my 0 0. Okay. Now same thing. I will just let me copy. Here I will pass 1 and here also 1. Okay. So 1 1 I am putting Qutub Minar, for example. Okay. This is my one set. I have to prepare 3 sets. I have to prepare 3 sets. So now here I will
1
pass
0
1 0, right? And
and
here
1
I
1.
am telling Agra. Then 1 1. This is fine. Then here I am saying Taj Mahal. Now here my would be 2 0 2 1. 1 0 1 1 0 0 1 1. Okay, here it should be 0. No, 1 minute. Yeah, that's fine. Correct only. Now here I'm saying Hyderabad. Hyderabad.
Bro, 13 0 1 है ना?
One second. Let me just write this one. Char Minar, for example. Okay. So first would be 0 0. Okay. Then it would be
0 1.
0 1. Right. 0 1. Then 1 0 1 1 2 0 2 1. Correct. Thanks. Now here we have to return. Okay, because it is returning, right? So we have to mention like this. So I'm getting this error. 1 second.
Should be written main है ना?
No. 1 minute. Search. It should be search data. 1 second. This is my search data. Okay. So then it should be, that's 1 second. Return. Okay, I will do anyway. No issues. Okay. So here what I have to do. This is my data provider. Okay, so here I have to write data provider. So it should be from TestNG. Okay, now as per syntax, what we have to do, we have to pass the name of the data provider, right? So name double quote. Okay, so what is my, so search data set, for example, I am putting, okay, anything, it's fine. Search data set. Okay, just 1 minute. So I will resolve this one, don't worry. Okay, now coming to this one, test case Google search. So country and monument. Okay, so here I'm saying web driver manager dot chrome driver dot setup. web driver web driver equal to new chrome driver. Okay, now this line is also done. Okay, now what I have to do, I have to first launch the this load the page driver dot get, and here I am writing htt, sorry, p colon double slash www.google.com. This is my google.com page. Okay, now we first launch the Google, then I will show you. Okay, this is my Google. So basically what I have to do, first I have to, what I have to do, if I want to search on Google, what I have to do, I have to first get the element, right? For this one, search box. So let's inspect this. So by name also we should be okay. Okay, we'll use by name. So name is Q, right? Okay, so here web element, suppose search box equal to driver dot find element by dot name, right? We can use like this, and Q is a value. Yeah, Q is a value. Okay, so search, this one is done. Now search box dot send keys. Okay, and here we have to pass two parameters. First is our country. Okay, second is monument. Okay, done. This part is done. Now once we type something, right, then we have to search it, right? Suppose I'm searching India, then you have to click it, right? Then only it will work. So 1 second.
It is enter, right?
Yeah, yeah. This should be okay. Only one 2. Okay. This should be fine. Okay, what you have to do now, driver dot find element by dot, again we can use name, and here this name I'm just copying. Then we have to perform click action. Okay, now this is done. So now let's see here what is the issue. Remove not applicable to this field. If I remove, okay, support data, okay, okay, let me first remove it and see what is the issue. Return outside of the, sorry. See, these are the few mistakes you will understand once you do some error. Let me see. This is the complete class. Then return, okay, return search object. Return outside method. Let me see. Object search data, object search data, new search, okay. Okay, let me first complete this part. So here test, and here data provider. So data provider, here in double quote I have to pass this search data. Now this search data, let me just comment and just remove it. Okay, so in first use case, so our data is coming from here, right? Search data. So you have to first mention here test data provider equal to search data. Okay, search data, for example, or you can put search data set, any name you can put here. Okay, search data set. And similarly we have to mention here as well. Okay, here we'll mention name instead of this, sorry, data provider. One second guys. So here we'll not mention test, here we'll mention data provider name, double quote, whatever we mention here, right? Search data, this should be mentioned here as well. Okay, test and make mark a method supply data for this test. This name default just a single parameter. I am getting errors. Test data provider.
So you make it return main, you won't get error. Change that one.
Return
Main,
this.
M-A-I-N.
Why main? There is nothing main now. So if I do search data, then also I'm getting it.
And at the top also, no, you should not give that inside name and search desk खाली just data provider डाल दे.
Which one you are saying?
At data provider no.
Hmm.
Don't give that method. Remove that method full.
Okay.
Come down. Come down. Return main डालो. मेरा क्या रहना है?
So main return, it should return this one, right? Return whatever you are mentioning. Return always return to this return. No?
मेरे को error
Return
नहीं आ
dot.
रहा भाई. तेरे को क्यों error आ रहा है? एक मिनट रुको. Public object search data. भाई तुम इधर मेथड नहीं डाला है ना? सर्च डेटा मेथड डाला है ना? सर्च डेटा 25.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. 1 second. Huh?
Now change it. Main डालो.
This should be fine. So
Okay.
it should return this. Sorry, it's my bad. I was also thinking. Okay. So in data provider, just mention name. Okay, now it will come. No, a small thing only. Okay. Now we are set. Okay. So basically what we did. So in first method. So basically this is method. Okay. In first method, we have set up the Chrome driver, then it will launch the Google page, then it will search our data: India, Qutub Minar, Agra, Taj Mahal, Hyderabad, Charminar. Okay, so and second, this is my set of the data. Okay, so we are storing in array, right? This, so 0 0 India, 0 1 Qutub Minar. Okay, row column. Okay, so row and column. Okay, simple. Similarly, it will we have three sets of data. Okay, this is my first set, this is my second set, and this is my third set, and it will return the same. You have to mention the search
Object
keyword.
name.
Okay, the object whatever you created the name, right? This name we have to.
ये कौन सा है collection में? Which one this? This is a list or this is a
No,
hash?
this is simple array, na?
Simple array, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
simple array. We can create, this is a object is a class. Okay, so object also is a class, so we can use it this way also. Different way also you can store array object using object also you can use.
So in
Okay.
object we can use integer and string. That's the reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We can use homogeneous plus heterogeneous, right? If you
Yeah.
use object, that is the reason. Yeah. Okay, now we are done with this one. Okay, and you see this one. So the error why I was getting the method I didn't this one, the bracket starting bracket close, I didn't see properly. Okay, now it's actually font is very small for me. Let me little bit increase. Just 1 minute. Okay, now let's run it. Okay, so our data, from this is the method, and for this method we feeded the data here, and it will fetch data from this method. Okay, to our this method. So this is the use of data provider. Now let's see. Now if you see here, see the first use case is India Qutub Minar. Based on our method also, like here also you see India Qutub Minar, right? So first it will launch the Google India Qutub Minar is coming. Okay, just I'm not putting any space and all, just for your exam, like for understanding. Okay, this is how it will work. Then my second use case also, so it will open multiple Chrome, okay, because we have mentioned, set of different data, right? So second one is coming Agra Taj Mahal, okay. So this is my second test case.
अकन क्या हुआ?
It's running, no?
तो मैं एकदम साइलेंट हो गई इसलिए.
Okay. Now this is my third one. So third one is Hyderabad Charminar. Okay. So this is how we use data provider. Okay, I'm just closing this. One minute. Okay, so here you also see it is fetching data. So India, Qutub Minar, Agra, Taj Mahal, and Hyderabad Charminar. Okay, so our all the test case got pass. Okay, this is the use of data provider. Okay. Okay, now in TestNG we have another thing called parallel testing. Okay, so basically we can execute like multiple test case.
Like even we can use this providing data from Excel as well, right?
Yeah, that also possible. Yeah, that also you can do. Just I'm putting here, okay, for data also. But nowadays normally it's all BDD approach. Okay, most of the, like, this is the industry base, but so most of the places, data driven approach we use, right? So Excel and all we don't nowadays don't prefer, but yeah, this is way. Similarly in Excel, whatever the row and column you mentioned, right? So you have to pass the similarly, okay, the thing, or you can put some, for example, like from JSON file or some other also you can fetch the data, okay, or Excel also you can fetch the data. But this is the method, okay. It could be your Excel or it could be your normal class, or I'm putting here. So just you have, this is the approach, okay.
ये नेम कहाँ से आया? डेटा ड्रिवन नेम इंसर्ट दिया ना मेथड के अंदर, वो सर्च डेटा सेट.
Such it's a customized name, no?
सर्च डेटा सेट.
Okay, this is also user defined. You can put any name. You
You are
can
not
put,
pulling from anywhere, right?
no. There is nothing link. Whatever you see here within double quote, it's always user defined.
Okay.
Okay, there is nothing like, it's all user defined things. There is no inbuilt method called data set. So I gave the real time some, it looks good. Data search data set. So this is my data set. So I'm searching this one. Okay. Okay. Can I move to parallel testing now?
Yeah.
Yes, no. Okay. Okay. Now, sorry, anyone saying anything? No, right? Okay. So parallel testing, as you know, parallel means it will run our test case simultaneously, right? Basically. So all the method with test annotation, right? Whatever we use a test annotation in our all the method, okay, will execute parallel. This is what the parallel testing. Suppose we have a lot of methods, right? For example, here. So it will execute parallelly. Okay. So all the test cases, inside Java class basically will run parallel methods. All the methods. These are all the methods, right? These are all the methods will run parallel. So all the test case inside the test, for example, the tag. If I go here, any tag under the test tag, okay, in XML file will run, will do that mechanism, don't worry. So let me just create one class, parallel test demo. This is my one class. Now here, let me initiate a WebDriver, driver. Okay. Let me import first. Okay, I've just what I did. Is it initialized or declared? WebDriver driver.
You are just declaring. You are not
Initialize.
initializing. New
Initialize. Who is saying declare?
Python.
Is it initialization or declaration?
You are just declaring that there is a web driver. When you are initializing, you need to use
Correct.
keyword
Correct.
new.
New. Right. Correct. So people are confused most of the times. That's why I asked this question. Okay. Now I will have one method called public.
Is what declare or initialization? Declare, right?
This is initialize or declare. Vinod?
That is what, which one is correct?
Yeah. Already answered, I think, Rakesh.
I am not.
Rakesh, can you repeat?
So
So here we are just declaring. We are telling that there is a driver. When you are telling
it's
when
a declare, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you tell
That is
it is
what I'm saying.
initialized, that time we are
Initialization,
using
it
the
is new.
keyword called new.
Initialization means you are assigning. Okay.
That's the confused,
Initialization.
right?
Yeah. So initialization, you say assignment. Okay. So you have assigned your driver to some class. It may be Firefox class or Chrome driver class. Okay. So that is called initializes. Declare means you are saying this is what I have declared it. Okay. Driver. This is my driver. What is the object? Driver. Okay. This is declare. Okay. Anyway. So public void verify title. This is my one method I am writing. Okay. Now again, WebDriver manager. Okay. WebDriver manager dot Chrome driver dot setup. So I do not need to do hard code for path, right? Automatically it will launch. Okay. Now driver dot sorry driver equal to new. Now what I am doing here? Raghu,
Now you are
what I am
initializing.
doing?
Now you are initializing. You are telling the driver it's a Chrome driver.
Correct. So I'm not writing here. I can do
Web
like
driver, because it's
WebDriver
very
driver
different.
equal to, yeah,
Yeah.
this is also we can do it. Okay. On global, we have just, mentioned WebDriver driver. Okay. So here, that's why I just say driver. I am not writing WebDriver driver. If you do also, there is no harm. Okay. But there is no use. Okay. Because you have already declared globally, right? So this is my global. So this class, right, is considered as a global, and this is, local. Okay, local and
Makan,
global. Yes.
that WebDriver manager we can write it in a global level, right?
No, no, no. We can write it, but the method I want to perform this, basically this setup thing I want to perform within this method. That's why I'm putting here. Okay. We can do here also, no issue. Okay. But I want the launching, opening browser and all, it should come under this method. Okay. That's why I'm keeping here. But we can do there also, no issue. Okay. Now what I'm saying here, WebDriver manager dot Chrome driver dot setup. Now driver equal to new Chrome driver, and again driver dot get, and suppose I have one website. 1 minute. Okay, so this is my URL. Let me open this also. Okay, this is my URL. Okay, swag labs. Swag labs. Now what I'm going to do here, I want to verify. So basically, what is my title name? Verify title. So I want to verify assert dot assert true. Okay, assert dot, sorry, not true. One second, guys. Assert dot assert equal. Okay, so when you say equal means actual versus expected. Okay, so here driver dot get title is a method, right? Get title, then comma, and here what is my expected? My expected is, for example, this swag labs. Okay, I have to copy, no option. Okay, so I have to say swag labs. Also same thing we can do from here, view page source, right? Go to page source, then search title. Okay, and you have to exactly mention this one. Okay, let me copy. This is correct only, but anyway, I'm just copying from there. Okay, so from source you have to do it. Now what I have to do here, so once it's verified, then my browser should quit. So quit, done, task is done. Okay, this task is done. Now another method I will write, public void verify logo, for example. This is my
Why?
verify.
Sorry, one question. Now you have done a add assertion, right? Say
Yes,
if the verify title get failed, it won't come to verify logo method, right?
correct, correct, correct. It will immediately terminate the execution.
Okay,
Okay, now verify logo. Here also I'm doing the same thing. Okay, driver setup. Okay, launch to this page, everything. Okay, here also I'm doing the same thing. If my this one is getting pass, or then it will just exit. Okay, now this is another method. Here also I'm launching the same thing, and here what I'm going to do is I have to verify the logo. So what is the, this is the my logo, right? How to do this? Just inspect the logo. Okay, so logo, you see this is my class, right? This is basically the class. Okay, deep class. So I can use this one, div, then class equal to logo, the value, right? Just copy this one, go to your method, and I am storing web element, right? Web element logo equal to driver dot find element by dot xpath, within double quote, just mention this, right? That's it. Now here you have to validate, right? Means the logo is present or not. For example, exactly the logo is present or not. In that case, what do you have to do? Again, assert dot assert, this time not equal. Okay, this time assert true. Okay, assert true. So what you have to validate? You have to validate the logo. So for this logo, we have written the x path, right? So this is my variable. Okay, so you have to pass first logo, because this is only right. This logo means we have to validate this locator. Then dot is displayed. So is displayed is a method. It will verify if it's there, this logo, then it will pass. If it's not there, then it will fail. Okay, these are the assertion. So I will come, don't worry about hard assertion, soft assertions, that I will cover. But for now, just understand assert, assert true. So it will return always boolean value. Okay, true or false. Okay, so assert true, logo dot is displayed. These things we have already covered in Selenium, right? Is displayed method, these things we have already covered anyway. So this is done. Okay, now if it displayed, then what I want to quit my browser, means my execution is completed, so it will quit my browser. Okay, now in, so I want to do parallel, right? Both the thing, I want to perform parallel testing. So for that, what I have to do, I will go to my TestNG, this class. Okay, this parameter also I am just for now I'm just putting this. Okay, no need this parameter also I am commented. Okay, now you see this thread counts, right? 5. So I want 2 because there are 2 method I want to execute, right? Okay, there are 2 method I want to execute. That's why I'm putting, means 2 method will run simultaneously. Okay, parallelly. That's why I'm putting the value 2. Okay. Now this is name is okay, test. It would be anything, test. What you have to do, the changes is first come to this class, right? Classes tag, and here the package name is also demo. That's fine. We have to just change the class name. So what is my class name? Parallel test demo, right? First thing we have done. Okay. Now what's next? Obviously if I run, it will not going to work it. Okay, or work it, tell me now.
You should put the test annotation in the parallel test demo. There is no test annotation.
Test annotation.
Not here in the parallel demo, like in the demo Java class.
Correct. That's the one I was wanted. Yeah, so now we have to make as a test so that my XML TestNG, like XML, will understand, okay, this is the text test wants to execute. Otherwise it's a simple method, right? How my TestNG will understand this is the test. So in both the cases I put test, and here all looks good. Okay, so at a time you can have multiple classes, you can do parallel testing. Suppose here I have two method, right? I have written under parallel test demo, two method I want to do the execution, but I can have other, other method also from other classes. So if you want from two or three, more than two different classes method want to execute parallelly, then you just need to mention, just copy, and here what you have to mention it, you have to just mention the package name, then the class name. Okay, and that's it. And under that class, whatever its annotation we use a test, it will work parallelly. Okay, let me quickly run from TestNG only. Okay, let me run it. Let me just close this one. Okay, So the first one is verify logo. Okay. So you are not confused now, right? Why verify logo? Why not verify title? Because of the alphabetically order it start executing. Okay. So first one is done. It's got passed. Now the second one is okay. It got passed. Okay. Now, for example, this has got passed, right? Because we have used the valid XPath, everything, right? Now, for example, if I just say this logo, right? So first thing, these are no interdependent, like these are the not these are the interdep like not no dependency from first thing. Hope you understand. So first, this method if fail also there is no link with this method. Okay, these are independent method. Okay, whether it is going to pass or not, it this verify title will not impact on verify logo. Because why? Because the same approach we implemented here also, right? Driver launch, then Chrome, then go to the this one. That is the reason. But in somehow, like if there is for example, it's depend on another, for example in one or let's assume in this method we have assertion use, after that some other line of code is also there, right? It present, suppose I want to enter something, some text and all, that line will depend based on your assertion. If your assertion got failed, then rest line of code will not going to execute. Okay, so this is what, so this is because the assertion. So hard assertion and soft assertion, there is a concept that I will explain later. Okay, now you understand how to do multiple parallel execution. Okay, if I say instead of 2, if I say 0, okay, now this is 0, right? If I run the same thing, let's see that also. Okay, in both the case it's launching. Okay, so this is just we use, this is the standard. Okay, if you go to the TestNG documentation and all, you will see that this thread counts, there will be some value 1 or 2, but yeah, you should give 2, like based on our logic we have 2 method and just put 2. Okay, this is one. Okay, now from class also if you want to perform the same thing, let's check from class also. Obviously it should launch from class also, because we have two different methods, right? One after one it will come and execute the same thing.
Okay, now while doing automation, no, you guys are which one you are going to use most of the time? It's testing.xml or this
So in my real-time projects I do not use a TestNG. I use a JUnit. Okay, so but yes, XML you can use when suppose you want, see this testng.xml you can make any name. Okay, that doesn't matter. So basically when you want to use a functional use case or regression use case or smoke or sanity, right? You can based on your requirement you can just say I need to just perform this set of execution this time. So in So that's how we do. So using all the combination, group, attribute, right, all this whichever you feel comfortable, so based on your project requirement and all, you can do it. Okay, so these are the basic, like basic thing we should understand. If you work on any existing TestNG framework also, you should be clear like what tag, what is the purpose of it. Okay, when it's a parallel testing, where I have to make the changes and all, right, these are the things. So now you understand. Okay, I if parallel testing, then okay, I need to have, suppose I want to execute from other class as well, right? So here we'll just say the name of some other class, for example, uh, this one, annotation attributes, and now I want to run it. So in under annotation attribute, whatever test is there, it is going to execute. So that is a purpose, so basically like use, this is the use. Okay, so let's see this one, then I will. So after this, there is one more important thing
Okay,
I will
can we run
cover.
this? Sorry, can we run this, like say verify logo, right? Every time it is displaying, and we can see that. Can we run these things in background and just see the results?
Yeah, yeah, that also will cover. So that is called headless, right, mode.
Okay, okay. No, no, because all this what you are telling, I've been like I have heard of it like once or twice. I didn't work, but that
Hmm.
background one I didn't. So I
Yeah,
thought,
yeah, that will do. Don't worry. That will cover when we do the page object thing. Na, that time we will cover it. Okay. So that's a not related to the test ng anyway, but I will cover that one. Don't worry. The bag means this is called headless mode. So you will not see the Chrome browser as a GUI. Okay, it will internally execute and internally it will done. Okay, you'll just see in console. Okay, now you see I use two different class and it's got pass, right? So everything is done. So parallel execution, basically why we perform, it will save our time. Okay, suppose if my one test execution takes 10 minutes, for example, obviously normal approach, then if 10, then 100 minutes, right? So I can reduce that 100 minutes in one, like 10 minutes, right? Then in 10 different browser will launch. But honestly, if you take my suggestion, parallel testing is not suitable. Sometimes what happen, like basically uh, performance would be little bit poor. Okay, because obviously if you are running from locally, right, so your you have some capacity on your existing machine, right, and you are launching 10 or 100 Chrome extension at a time, obviously there will be a performance issue, right? So depends, like depends based on your requirement, all it depends. Okay, but if you ask me personally, I will not go with the parallel execution on local, because I don't want my, it should open 10 or 20 Chrome extension on my machine. Okay, so if you go to the task manager, you will see all, the moment you use a parallel testing, it will create all the instance of your Chrome browser here. Okay, now I don't see because I have closed all this, but it will come like this list of Chrome browser extension here. Okay, so it depends. So for today we are done. Okay, so I'm not going to start listeners in TestNG. It will take another complete, 1 day to cover all this. So that is also very important. Okay, listeners in TestNG. So that
Report,
will,
bro.
sorry.
How to generate a report, test engine report, and all it will come now.
Yeah, that will show, don't worry. We'll
Okay.
cover all this.
Hmm.
Okay.
Makan, we are
Yes.
facing that instruction